Yep.
All right.
Nice.
All right. Welcome to the welcome to the Zombie Eaters podcast. Hi, Zach.
What's up?
How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. It's time to do a podcast episode now. We're gonna do another one.
All right.
We're gonna do it.
Let's roll.
Yeah, man. So today was interesting. We had a fun little day.
Yeah,
Fun little day.
Yeah.
It was a good day. It was
very fulfilled.
There was a lot going on.
I feel accomplished.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. You know, the one thing I'm bummed out about is while we were out, I was thinking about them all day, and I wasn't able to get any peach rings because I couldn't find them. You know,
Yeah.
They usually sell them in that little bag.
Peach rings, like the
candy. Yeah, it's the best candy ever. And they sell them in the 2 for one for $1.59 or 2 for $3. I think, what the fuck are you talking about? They're sweet and they're sour and they taste like a peach.
They're disgusting.
It's just so good.
It's like,
if I had my way, I'd be listening to old school punk while I pogo stick to the store to get some peach rings and drink some Postcom.
Yeah.
That's my day. Ideally, that's the best.
That's
day
your
ever.
ideal day.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible. For one, peach rings. Okay, so you get the bag of peach rings.
I get the bag of peach rings.
And then you
eat
one.
No, I eat all.
And you're
of them.
that's a lot of peach.
Right. That's never too much peach.
And you're like, damn, I wish I had another fruit to taste
then
next.
You can get the dried peaches fruit. That's all Trader Joe's.
No, I'm just talking about just peach rings. Just the bag of peach rings.
Yeah,
It's
but you don't eat all of them at once. That's why you get 2 of them.
No, whenever you get candy, you got to eat it all at once.
Oh, I do. I eat one bag, and then I have the other bag later. That's what I'm saying. But they're only this big. You get 10 peach rings a bag.
After one peach ring, I'm I want a different flavor because
they're
so rich.
You don't have to eat peach rings. You can get something else over there. You can get Haribo, the gummy bears.
Those are the best.
Those are good. I ate a whole bag of those the other day.
I used to live off those.
Yeah,
things.
those are really good. Those and Swedish fish.
I used to go to the food bank, and we would get the big crates. And there was one time where one of the big crates, it was just the Haribos.
Get the fuck out of here.
It was all Haribos.
I would be homeless. I'd be homeless.
I practically was
to have that. That's what I'm saying. Because obviously, if you go into the food bank,
right,
you're struggling. So
yeah.
Dude, I would be proud to be alive if that happened.
And they were expired, so they were a little more hard.
Yeah, a little bit more of a crunch to them.
They were so good, dude. I lived off those for 3 months straight.
Yeah, I used to know what I used to do. I used to go to 7-Eleven and I'd get a monster bag of Swedish fish and gummy bears and peach rings. And I would that would be what I would eat, and I would drink.
That's your diet,
all day. Yeah, that was my diet.
Yeah.
So
oh, dude, that's so bad.
yeah, it's there's this other candy I used to eat all the time. I don't remember the name of it. It was a weird candy. I can't think of it, but it was once I couldn't find those, then I realized how much I also love Charleston chews.
Oh,
so I started getting the minis.
So
good.
Good.
I started getting the minis at Walgreens. You get the movie theater boxes. 4 for fucking.
Do you freeze those too?
I freeze 2 boxes of them,
okay.
and the other 2 I put one in the fridge, and then I eat. One box is gone on the drive home. Fucking gone.
Yeah.
Polished off.
They're kind of gross if they're not frozen.
I like them just out of the box.
Warm, lukewarm.
Yeah, I like
Charleston
them like that.
chews.
You know what else I used to do? I used to make. My father used to make these malted milkshakes, and he was so good because people that were his age, they grew up on that shit, malted milk, all that old school, so much sugar, so bad for you bullshit that
Or is it so good for you?
My grandmother ate sugar, bacon, butter. She was 96 when she died. 96. Yeah. She didn't do shit. She had an awful temper like me. She was always I remember there was never a funnier moment in my house than when I was watching Celtics Lakers games with my grandmother. And she hated Magic Johnson. She hated all those players from the 90s or the 80s, and they had that rivalry with Bird. I remember being a little kid, and her being "Oh, Magic Johnson, you cocksucker!" I was screaming at the TV all these obscenities I'd never heard in my life. I'd go home, and normally when you go home after hanging out with your grandmother, it was fun. She made lunch or dinner. We hung out. I'm dude, she called me a cocksucker, and my dad's what the fuck? What?
I've never heard my grandma say a cuss word in my whole life.
Well, your grandmother's not from the East Coast.
Yeah, she's from Missouri.
Yeah, she's my grandmother's like a hardened criminal that never went to jail. That's like the best way I can explain her. But yeah, that was always a funny moment, and
because she was like so vulgar and like expressive, it's probably why she lasted so long.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like
she had an outlet, you know.
Like absolutely. Like the only reason that like they have the information they have now is because they didn't know about it then.
Right.
So to them, they're like, oh no, when I was growing up, that's what everybody did. Everybody smoked cigarettes. Everybody ate. Yada yada yada. And it's like these people, like grandparents, like that of that time period, like when they were dying, they weren't dying like these awful, miserable deaths. They would just, it wasn't from like their diet or anything. They were like
they were just like, how did your grandma die? Just from getting old.
Yeah, she got the old age.
Yeah, old age.
You know,
died of old age.
Dude, I remember like 6 months before she died, like she would still like cook like bacon and eggs for breakfast and like all sorts of shit. If she wanted to eat something, she ate it. Yeah. If she wanted to do something, she did it.
That's how you gotta live.
My sister and I got her so hammered one night because she used to always have like a little bit of amaretto, like you know, like she bought a bottle of amaretto that lasted 10 years.
Yeah,
she just put like a little bit in her drink or whatever, and I
just to take the edge off.
I remember, from screaming at the Lakers. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, being a Celtics fan, like that's why I grew up with so much passion for the Celtics, you know. But anyhow, she one night my sister and I were over there, and we were drinking, my sister and I, and my aunt was there, and she was drinking. We ended up getting kind of bombed, and my grandmother, we woke her up. It's like I don't know, 10:30 or whatever. She's in bed sleeping. And because my aunt was staying with my grandmother at the time, so we went over there to hang out. We played like cards with my grandmother, played like board games. This game called Kismet, which is a great game. Skip-Bo, yep, and Uno, yep, all those games. And so she went to bed, and we just kept drinking. And she comes down, she goes, "Why are you guys being so loud?" She sits down. I'm like, "Grandma, have a drink with us." She's like, "I'll have one. I'll have a little amaretto." I got her fucking hammered, dude. It was fucking hilarious how funny she was. She like basically sat there,
blew the top off of her,
and roasted our whole family.
Hell yeah!
Like this went down the line, like telling us stories about him, like talking shit about him. And she's like, "I remember you were a little kid. You were a little fucker." She's like pointing at me. Shit. She's like, "You still are, but you're tolerable." She was great, dude. Yeah, she was hilarious, and she also hated Kevin Costner.
Really?
Hated it. She loved. She's from that generation where like baseball was still the American pastime.
Wait, who's Kevin Costner?
He's that actor. He's in all those like sports movies, like Field of Dreams, and that one where he
Field of Dreams. I've been to that field.
I thought it was a cornfield.
It is. I've been there.
Whatever. I don't know what that means. So she hates him. Because she loves sports movies too. She loved that one movie with what's it The Natural, which was Robert Redford, I think his name is, or whatever. But no, she hates Kevin Costner. She's all these sports movies and he ruins them and blah 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 blah. She fucking hated him, and it was hilarious to me because if I see a Kevin Costner movie, I turn it off too. I'm like, I cannot sit through 2 hours of this guy's face. Yeah.
I've like seen these movies and I don't remember him being in them.
That's how unforgettable his performances are, dude. There was one movie he was in called For the Love of the Game, which is another baseball movie. But I watched it because John C. Reilly was in it. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that he was in it.
Did he play like a serious role?
Yeah, he played the catcher, and in this movie, and there's like this aging pitcher who is at the end of his career. It's like the last game he's gonna pitch for this team that's not going anywhere. I think it was the Tigers or the Expos or some shit team, some shit city. And John C. Reilly played the catcher, and Kevin Costner was the pitcher on the team. And it's his last start, and he throws like a perfect game. No hits, no walks, perfect. 27 up, 27 down. Mm-hmm. It was like such a fucking stupid, predictable movie. Like I knew that was gonna happen 10 minutes into the movie.
Right.
And it was so fucking long and so fucking stupid and boring. But I watched the whole thing because I actually was hoping that like there'd be like 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth, and they get a home run, and this perfect game's fucking ruined. But it didn't happen that way, unfortunately.
He's actually I just saw on the internet, he has a band, I guess? Or he
like a music band?
Like he plays music, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you have Jeff look that up, or Jerry? Who's our
Hey, Jerry.
Who's our guy?
Can you pull that? Jeff, it's Jeff now.
Jerry Jeff.
Hey, Jeff Jerry. Can you pull that up?
Let me see. What's the hell's the name of his band?
It's Kevin Costner. I think he was just playing with the band, but it's Kevin Costner and Midwest. Something. Modern West. Modern West. It's so bad, dude.
This band should be called Kevin Costner and the fucking Walmart Experience. What a stupid looking band.
It's because it's like...
This guy is such
it's
a
equivalent to going
douche.
to Walmart.
Oh my god.
It's equivalent to going... Watching him is equivalent to going to Walmart.
Like, looking at this picture and looking at him doing this, and like this... Oh my god.
It's so bad.
It gotta be a country band, right?
It's a rock band.
Let's listen to a clip. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. Videos. Let's hear these guys.
It's like rock.
All right. Well, that's awful. Let's see here. This one
it's
here.
It's like Nickelback.
Ugh. God, I hope not. Okay. Let's see here.
Modern West was put together on...
No,
that's enough.
It should just be alive.
That's enough. I'm not listening to it. I'm not listening to it. I'm not doing it. I'm not.
I don't even think that.
Now I'm gonna have that in my fucking search history. Now the data and the analytics are gonna start sending me Kevin Costner shit. I just fucked myself by doing that.
You did.
Dude, my grandmother had it right, dude. Fuck Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
All right. So
honestly, when you brought him up, it was like I could not name one movie that he was in.
I can name, like, I know that he was in For Love of the Game, the one I was just talking about. I'm pretty sure he was in Field of Dreams, although that might have been Tim Robbins. I fucking know. And Dances with Wolves. That's what I know of Kevin Costner. But that dude Derek that lives in my house that was supposed to be on the show today that decided he didn't want to do it because he's a fucking queef. I think the last 4 times I've come out, he's been sitting in that living room watching Kevin Costner movies. He was watching
That's all he
where,
does.
like, Kevin Costner played like Bonnie and Clyde. He didn't play both. He played Clyde.
Right.
But I don't know. I think that Woody Harrelson played Bonnie. I think he was in it.
Okay.
It was a real character method project.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, he's pretty awful. So let me get rid of this. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Did you clear your browser history?
I just did. Yeah, I don't like Kevin Costner. I'm trying to avoid that at all costs. That's what happens with Netflix. Like, my girlfriend and I watched one documentary about the LGBT community, and all of a sudden, like, Netflix just assumes I'm like a lesbian. Getting like all these like fucking, oh, you should watch this. I'm like, I don't want to watch this shit.
Yeah.
I even contacted Netflix customer service and was like, why is this happening?
It's like
can you make this
it's
stop?
like monetization.
Like,
right?
oh, well, yeah. Like, oh, well, we're just trying to, you know, gather all this data to figure out what you like. I'm like, dude, I watched one fucking documentary that was kind of about lesbians that my girlfriend wanted to watch.
But the question is, did you finish it? That might be part of the algorithm.
I think that we it was on.
That would make sense to be part of it.
And it finished, but I don't think we were. I think it was just kind of on. You know, we were
yeah.
really paying attention. But yeah, the movie did play out to the end.
That would make sense if that was part of their algorithm. Like,
Well,
did they finish the movie?
Yeah.
If they finished the movie, then they must have liked it.
Right. Well, that's the funny thing too.
Or they fell asleep.
There were 2 movies that I did want to watch on there. That I started watching one, then something happened. You know, here at the house, or wherever I had to stop and go to handle that.
Because you were busy, that's why you had to stop.
Right.
Because yeah.
And then like something else, another movie I tried to watch. So I watched 15 minutes of 2 movies I really want to watch. I'm not getting any ads for those though.
Right.
But they all over the lesbian thing.
Yeah, probably because you didn't finish, right?
And my name's Rosie.
Yeah.
I don't know. They think I'm a chick.
Easily mistaken.
Which is fine.
Whatever.
Fuck them. Fuck Netflix. I'm just kidding, Netflix. In case you want to sponsor me.
We're gonna keep saying that
Netflix.
We're gonna keep saying these horrible things until you sponsor.
We're gonna keep plugging it, yeah. Yeah, but we're gonna plug it and we're gonna shit all over it, but then we'll be like, but they're really great.
Yeah.
They're a great streaming service.
Yeah.
You know what I hate more than that actually is how when I'm watching Netflix and like I'll watch like 2 episodes of a show. Like when I started watching Ozark, when you said I should watch Ozark.
Yeah.
Which by the way, fantastic recommendation. I don't know where I've been. But
under a fucking rock.
I'll watch like 2 episodes and like, are you still watching? I'm like, fucking yes. I gotta find my remote so I can hit
Click
okay.
yeah,
it's just a pain in the ass. With Hulu, they don't do that shit.
Yeah, just let the shit run.
Yeah, dude. I'll literally, like when I was in school, like and I had all like this last semester, I had all this like reading and writing to do and like research. I would just be sitting at my desk in Seinfeld. Like, I get 4 seasons. Like, those are like 20 season episodes. Like, that's how much work I was doing.
Wow.
And like every like couple minutes, I'd be like, you know, like, it would put me in a good mood. But with Netflix, it would keep stopping, and that would just put me in a bad mood.
Yeah, because you'd have to you'd probably be like in a train of thought.
Lose my concentration.
Yeah, lose your concentration.
Right. And I need like that white noise in the background too, because of the people in the house.
Yeah.
I don't want if I hear something break or something, I'll go out there and I'll freak the fuck out and lose my shit. So
I can't do that. Like for me, it would be like The Office would be playing in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I would just watch it.
It's a great show.
It is a great show.
Yeah, The Office. I can do that with Seinfeld. Everyone Loves Raymond. That show. Fucking that dude that played young Frankenstein. What's it? Peter Boyle, I think his name is, who played the grandfather in that show, and Everyone Loves Raymond. That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. And
then Jerry Stiller, he was so good in that, and so good in Seinfeld, dude. Like, I like him so much more than his son, Ben Stiller.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something about him. He's always plays the same character with that same disposition. Yeah. It's so fucking boring and predictable. You know? He's in that other guy, fucking, he sucks too. But Adam Sandler, though, he gets a pass because, like, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, and fucking Mr. Deeds was so fucking funny.
And Big Daddy.
Yeah, that it doesn't. Yeah, and Big Daddy. Yeah, that it doesn't matter. It doesn't
those
matter,
4 are
dude.
like the staples.
If Ben Stiller can make me laugh like that, he'd get a pass.
Yeah, the thing is like the movies that Ben Stiller are in are funny, but it's not him that makes them funny.
Right. De Niro made Meet the Parents.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking Philip Seymour Hoffman was fucking unbelievably funny. And Along Comes Polly.
Yeah.
Like when he shit himself in the elevator and he was like dripping this grease on his pizza. He hired the 2 guys to follow him around so he could say he was making a documentary. That shit was so fucking funny. But other than that, yeah, dude, like, I can do without Ben Stiller.
And like, my favorite one is Dodgeball.
Yeah, Dodgeball was. But he actually was kind of funny.
He was kind of funny, but it was like
the funniest person in that movie.
Patches.
In that movie.
Patches.
Yeah, Rip Torn was great, and then the black dude, where that guy said something to him. He was like, "Yeah, whatever, man. Just wash your hands." Just like the little subtle shit like that was good. All right, well that was good. We're gonna take a quick break, but we'll be right back. Back, Jack. You stop that. Alrighty. Alright, let's see how this is going.
The whole like who the fuck is Kevin Costner thing.
Yeah, who the fuck is he? So yeah, when we come back, we got to talk about we kind of jumped the gun there on the Costner. I was remembering that like my grandmother hated him. Oh yeah, it is.
That was in the same slide.
She really did hate him.
That was a good way to transition into it.
She hated him. I remember. That's so funny. I wasn't even thinking about that when we were just talking about the outline now and incorporating him into it because I had no idea we were going to talk about my grandmother.
Right.
So yeah, it ended up working out all right.
So
right, we're gonna come back. Oh, you were just talking about something though that I told you to save for the. Oh, I got to talk about my buddy.
My earring.
Yeah, your earring and my buddy that in the Home Depot parking lot.
Yeah, the Home Depot parking lot into
fucking Reginald. He's so good. All right, so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna.
Oh hell no!
I thought that was the plug. Let me see here. QuickTime. Let me.